Good evening. Just figured I was about to sit down and do a little gaming session anyway, and so why not share it? As mentioned in the Go Live and the Discord thing, I am a little bit hungover today. I had a very fun game of poker last night where I lost miserably, and was drinking more than usual. And I'm not a huge drinker anyway, so I do tend to feel it the next day. And here we are. So, just going to be keeping it solo, playing a mix of Survivor, Killer, whatever I feel like. Maybe jump on some Frostpunk if DbD is becoming a bit irritating. Sometimes it's a bit intense. If I'm not in the mood for that, we'll see. We'll move along. Aiming to do a couple of hours, probably 2 hours, maybe 3. That'll be about it for today. And that's it, yeah. So, without too much further ado, I will just go and quickly shut my door, and then we will jump in. So I will leave you with my current Survivor build. I find it very, very well rounded. I think you could swap out certain elements. You could swap out Decisive for Unbreakable. You could swap out Sprint Burst for Dead Hard. You could swap out We'll Make It for Deliverance. I think Borrowed Time is just too good. But, yeah. Or any combination of the perks I just mentioned, I suppose. You could throw in Iron Will if you really, really like it. It is very, very good, don't know. Maybe that becomes Iron Will, or that if the killers are really all playing around. I think that's a bit of a meta call, that. And I'm just running a Sabotage toolbox for a laugh. It's not really because it's any good, but, you know, may as well use it. So, I'll shut my door, and I will start the queue. Be right back. Alright, now all the chat stuff is sorted out as well. Sorry about that. A little bit disorganised today as it wasn't a planned stream, but I will endeavour, even for these little bonus streams, to put in all the prep a little bit beforehand. I must admit, I've sort of... my little stream checklist has been sitting in front of me for months now. And I found myself sort of stopping looking at it, so eventually I just got rid of it, and now I'm thinking, well, actually, I do occasionally miss stuff on that list, so maybe it'd be a good idea to reinstate it. You might notice that my blood points are not at 1,000,000 anymore, woohoo! And that's because I spent a lot getting the Plague and getting her leveled up for her 2 perks, the one that blocks generators and the one that makes survivors scream if you down a survivor within your terror radius. My intention was to run it on Nurse. I have been doing so, and I've just found that my playstyle, at least with Nurse, doesn't actually fit that very well, and the fact that almost always when it procs, I am fatigued. So I miss the actual scream as it happens, because my Nurse is just recovering from a blink attack that almost certainly killed the target. Evening, Kruger. Good to see you. And so, yeah, if that happens, it's sort of... you lose a few seconds of the fright, of the infectious fright. So I think it might be a bit better on... I'm trying to think of killers who down without a significant downtime and who have trouble... Huntress. Might be decent for Huntress. Could be good for Wraith. Billy, I suppose. But they're really fast. I don't know. So, do we have any challenge selected? We do not. If I unready, can I select one? No, too late. Alright, doesn't matter. To be honest, I've done most of the challenges anyway. I'm just doing them for completionism. So this will be the first time in a long while that I've been playing Survivor with players of my own rank. So with any luck, they'll carry me because I've been playing quite badly recently. So with any, as I say, with any luck, they will take us all the way home to victory. Because I certainly haven't been pulling my weight in the last few games I've played as Survivor. My kill has been alright though, my kill has been okay. Oh, 5 offerings. Let's hope we actually get to see the last one, otherwise we're going to have to suspect a Mori. Wonderful! Party streamers. Evening, Barthelion. Hope you are well. Alright, so we're starting right next to a generator, so we'll find out pretty quickly if he's got ruin or not. Sadly, we are in a corner and we are in the shack, so we are sort of, in a way, wasting a really good generator to leave for the late game. But, you know, if you get a little gift like this, you can't pass it up that easily. Ah, fucked it. So it's only level 1 or possibly 2 ruin. He has found someone. And I think we found... No, we found a totem. Let's just get rid of it. And then we'll move in for the save while searching. Someone's on this gen. Don't know which killer it is, but... Now we do. Monsieur Ghostface. Now we know he's not following me. So we can be on our merry way. We know he's chasing someone else, so even though that was an accidental fast vault, it's not going to cost us too much. Right, I've done some serious searching for... In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Is he on me? He is as well. Genuinely didn't think that was going to be enough of a lunge there. That's just my own bad play. Yeah, like I said, really not been playing well recently. So had I managed to sabotage that hook in time, we'd have been in a corner. I could have run to that far corner and hoped that maybe he couldn't reach the hook in time. Which is unlikely. I think on most maps he will find a hook in that scenario, but it's an interesting idea. Like, you know, if you sabotage here, make it to that corner, there's a very good chance that there isn't a hook within easy range, and if anyone else came to help, or if he just got unlucky with the spawns of the hooks, then it could be decent. So someone's found ruin, that's brilliant. Nobody's coming to us immediately, which means we can safely have a sip of tea. Oh, wonderful. He has sadly been able to stealth and catch someone on that central generator, but the injured lady is coming for us. He'll then come immediately back towards us, so the other survivor over there is making a good play. going for the survivor that will be safe in a minute, and this guy is likely to get us both killed. He's got will make it, which is why I'm letting him heal me. Oh, he's found someone else. This is really bad news. She's going and doing that, and we need to get some gens done, otherwise we're fucked. So I'm just going to get working on a gen. This is one of those where I keep telling everyone to get on a gen. I'm going to listen to my own words. Now, he's almost certainly got barbecue and chill, because everybody fucking does. So I'll assume he's coming to me. No, he isn't, which means I now have to go for this save, because otherwise he's going to have too much pressure on us. He kind of does have too much pressure on us, but... I've got will make it, so we do get a very fast recovery time from saves that I make. I'm going to use my sprint burst a bit, like, I wouldn't like to use it there, but I want to get back to this a bit of safety where I don't think he's going to come to me immediately. Like, he can't just quick patrol me from the hook that he's got, and that means that I can put in a bit of work. I've also got a pallet here, and we absolutely need to get some progress going, because they are hook swapping like hell. I don't know whether it's because he's doing it well or because they're cocking up, but the result is that they're all, I think we are all now on second or third hook, every single one of us. Not good. That is heavy pressure against us. Alright, managed to avoid the grab at least, so that's something. Is he going to immediately get this? He is as well? What the hell? Has he got save the best till last or something? He is moving really quickly. I'm assuming some combination of either save the best till last or add-ons, because he is moving like hell. What the fuck? Well, that's me out of the game. And rightly so, honestly. Horrific play from start to finish. A lot of bad decisions made. But mainly the chases. The chases were just really, really horrific from my side. So absolutely deserved to die there. Nice play from the Ghostface. Play with your food. Yeah, that's what I meant. What was I saying? Oh, I was saying save the best till last. Yeah, sorry. I meant play with your food. And I'm thinking he might have it. Don't know. Yeah, just mixing them. I meant the speed one. So there's no way at all that we even keep our rank there. We're boned yet. No chance. A well-deserved D rank. Okay. So we'll pop in a med kit, pop in some sutures and some scissors. Just go with that. And while we're here, we can just throw in the challenge. I think it's in tier 2 where I just need to drop some pallets. Yeah. May as well. It'll just happen over time, so no harm in having it activated. What have we got on this web? That's quite a good web, to be honest. Quite a lot of good stuff. You got the styptic, gel, toolbox, battery, syringe, halogen. Quite a few good bits. Oh, and a bound envelope. That is nice. Fortunately, I don't need to spend anything just yet, so I'm not going to bother. So we spent a lot of time early in that last game looking for Ruin, and sort of failed basically. I think what I'd be better off doing is just getting gen pressure done and working on getting better at my skill checks, even if that means missing the odd skill check. I honestly think I'd be better off just building up that ability to just hit greats, because even after they nerf Ruin and it all changes, I'd rather just be able to hit greats anyway, so why not work on that skill, you know? If you consider Ruin to be doing skill checks under pressure, then so is healing when the killer's heartbeat is coming towards you, isn't it? Or whatever. Or finishing a generator when he's on the way. So, I think it's worth doing that. And also I think like with enough survivors that will be either A, just out looking for Ruin on its own, or B, will be getting chased and we'll see it on the way around. Like Ruin eventually tends to get found unless it's really, really well hidden, and if it's really, really well hidden, you're probably just going to be wasting your time looking for it anyway. You'd be better off just getting gen pressure. So I think maybe the correct play is to just power through Ruin, unless you have a decent map and you can just, you know, see it. Have I got a decent map? I don't think I do. No, I used it. I'd have to put Plunderers back on for a bit instead of We'll Make It and just get some chest items. I very rarely use these things. I can never be bothered. think the syringe is very good, but the styptic agent seems so niche. Like it's literally like I suppose if you're just running We'll Make It, you're not running Borrowed Time, and you run styptic agent instead. Like that kind of does the same thing, but I mean it's not really. It's tricky to say. You can use a styptic on yourself, can you? Little while healing is used on an injured survivor. Any damage taken if the survivor... Oh, so you can use it on yourself. Okay. Okay, I assumed it was only able to be used on other survivors, in which case it would be pretty niche and not that good. The fact that you can use it on yourself makes it pretty ridiculous, because it's just whenever you want Borrowed Time, boom, there it is, like... So you need to right-click, then press the secondary action, which is mouse 4 for me, I think. Let's count what checks as secondary action. Secondary action would be spacebar. So right-click spacebar. Anyway, we're just going to go with the Ranger plus We'll Make It. Like I should be a pretty heavy healer with this particular build. We'll see which killer we get. I'm just hoping it's anything but Freddy, because I'm really weak against Freddy. I just haven't worked out the correct game style against him yet. Come on. Why do people always need to spend the full 60 seconds? Why? It's really annoying. Like every game you play, you just have to sit here for a minute for no reason at all, because some Russian is busy having a wank. It is frustrating. Good, no Mori. I seriously hope we don't have a disconnect, because then we've got to do all that again. Alright, Hawkins. One gen here. First of all, we've spotted that he does have Ruin. Second of all, we've spotted that he's Huntress. And third, we know he's not on us. So, we can make some noise. Move about. Make sure we're just keeping an eye out for possible Ruin spots. Bearing in mind that I have no idea where Ruin can even spawn on this map. Sadly, I believe one of the spawn points is there. It is indeed, but No good. So as I said, I'm going to try the powering through it approach and see if that's more useful. Now we know it's Huntress, so we don't need to be pissing our pants about Ghostface or anything. Just build up our sprint burst again. Try and get some progress. And someone else gets ruined. Nice. Pretty much as we discussed. Which means we get to start putting gem pressure back on the killer before she even gets a second hook in. Look at that. 1 gen. I'll get a second gen. She'll have 1 hook in the time that she gets 3 gens remaining. Now, obviously a big problem is that she's managed to get some pressure next to the original hook, and he's going to get 2 hooked. So, you know, this is the downside. I didn't know that someone else was doing the same thing as me, but I was so far from the hook it seemed like a real waste of time to run over there and then discover that someone else had already gone. The fact that I've just done a gem will alert my colleague to the fact that I'm not there, and I'm going to try and put some more work in on gens. Don't think I've got time to do this. I think I have to run. I have borrowed time, we'll make it, and all sorts of stuff going on, so she's just face camping, so she's dead. And the other girl decided to get back involved for no reason at all. She knows I ran that way, so I don't want to go to that generator over there, so I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to expect her to go that way, because that's the way I went. And once I see her appear, I'm waiting for Sprint Burst to come back, and then I'm looking to... Why is she Kobeing? I am going to come and save you, you silly bint. Oh, so she's just killed herself and basically ended the game. She's probably being face camped. She has to go and get more hatchets. My guy is still doing gens. He's been discovered, so he can do a chase for a bit. And I'll get back on that gem once he's led her away. Which he has. Make sure he doesn't see me here. Sees her trail, and we immediately jump on this gem. Oh, he took the hit. And he got Franklin's demise, and it just hit every single time. Looks like it hit on that guy, it hit on me. And he's just face camping people. He's got such a weird style. Like, he can't rank up doing this. He's got 2 hooks. He needs to get 9 to get the iridescent emblem. Like, if he's at a high rank, I do not understand how he intends to rank up with this. Because he's one-hooked both of the original guys, and he's going to one-hook both of us. He's going to get 4 hooks. That's nothing. Really odd. I'm heading over here because it's loud, and on the off chance that the hook spawns here. Looks like that guy had deliverance or just Kobe'd. But again, he was getting face camped, so he has actually provided the guy with an extra hook though. If he's got barbecue and chill, he now knows exactly where I am, which is unfortunate, but I mean, I'm crawling along the ground at about a meter an hour, so no luck with an immediate hatch spawn. We'll see if we can crawl around. And flop. So we'll head this way. See if we get lucky. There's a gen there. Hatch doesn't usually spawn right next to gens, so we'll go this way. We haven't got too long left. I mean, he might just be stood by the hatch just waiting. It wouldn't surprise me given his current style of play. We're about in range here where we would hear the hatch to our right or our left. So I'm tempted to just continue along this line for now, on the off chance that he's not just sitting on the hatch. But I would have expected to have heard his hum by now. Another gen over there, so again, unlikely hatch location. And now even if we heard it, we wouldn't make it, we'd bleed out. So we do. Ah, well. Oh, he's ranked 10. What on earth was he doing against us? I mean, give him this, like, we all died, we all D-ranked, I presume we all D-ranked. Yeah, by far. Like, we all D-ranked, but so did he. Like, he may have not D-ranked. That's the best he could possibly hope for given that style. Doesn't seem great. I really can't see how that's particularly good for him. I am going to continue to use the decent items, and then once I'm done with the decent items, I'm going to switch Will Make It for Plunderer's Instinct and just go and take some, or maybe I'll switch Decisive out, I don't know. Probably probably Will Make It. And then go and sort of start building up a stock of items again. We had a game with Zoku where Bubba face camped every hook standing 1 meter away from the hook. Basement Bubba is another one where they just stick in the basement and then they just stand at the top of the stairs with Insidious. We've already discussed it, as you know. And there are several things about that style. So one is that the developers have tried very hard to make it unrewarding. So while they've inadvertently or possibly purposefully made other elements of Killer and lots of elements of Killer significantly less fun and much more difficult, they've mainly done that to try over years to stop face camping, because people used to, first of all, survivors used to only have one place where you could rescue them from. You could only rescue them from in front. So regardless of where you approached the hooked survivor from, if you came from the side and you pressed unhook, your survivor would then sort of move to directly in front of the survivor and then unhook them. And so as the killer, if you were stood on that spot, it was impossible for the survivor to unhook because he couldn't move through the killer, and so you could body block unhooks, and so face camping could guarantee a survivor's death. Guarantee. There was no way to prevent it, except for Kobe. But obviously the killer stood in your face watching, so as soon as you do it. And so there are lots of things that they've done to stop that. So for example, proximity to hook reduces your rank up. It actually negatively affects one of your emblems, and I've lost a few games based on having proximity to hook. Even though it was like -3 points, I'd scored enough to get gold or iridescent, and I'd got -3, so I'd gone down 1, and that led to, especially at red ranks, deranking or not ranking up. And some of those changes are obviously good. They've done some, with the emblems instead of blood points, they've done some really good things with regards to what actions you need to take in order to rank up. But they've inadvertently punished playing really well. So if you're the killer and you manage to nail all 4 of them and you just hook, and you just kill everybody and you do exactly what you're supposed to do, you don't even rank up. In fact, sometimes you even D-rank because they're like, well, you only had 4 hooks. You prevented generators, sure, so you'll get an iridescent for that one, yeah. But you didn't find many survivors because you found only 4 of them because you killed them all in one. You didn't have that good of a chasing stat because you only had 4 chases. Yeah, they were all good chases, so sure, we'll give you a silver or a gold or whatever. And in terms of like preventing healing, well, you didn't do any damage. You just went 1, 2, hook, 1, 2, hook. So you didn't actually injure any of them. So nope, we're not giving you much for that. So if you just nail the survivors in the head, you actually get punished really badly. And that is a side effect of them trying to avoid things like face camping, which is entirely to increase the player experience of the survivors, not the killer. And as a lot of players have pointed out, mainly killer players, obviously, they point out that the game is like the way the developers talk and the way the game seems to be balanced and the way that everything is, it's all aimed at the survivor's enjoyment. It's like, oh, this is fun. And whenever they say fun, they mean for the survivor. They never say, oh, this is really fun when you're the killer. No. When it's fun for the killer, it's frustrating for the survivor. And I sound like an echo of True Talent here because I'm sure you'll have watched his videos, and he strongly feels and voices the same opinion. But I can't think of something else to say. I think it's very, very true. I think that's exactly what's going on, and it's a real shame. So I hope that the developers at some point wake up a little bit and notice fairly soon, especially if they make this change to Ruin and they have not thought of it. They've not thought it through as well as they think they have. Maybe they've really thought about it. They've looked at the stats and they've worked out something that I haven't. I mean, they've got more information than I have, and they've been developing games professionally for a lot longer than I have. I've never done it, so it's possible that this change to Hex Ruin will be good. But I think it's more likely to even further reduce the population of killers. Which might be their desired goal. Maybe they just think there's too many people playing killer, the queue times are not what we want them to be, and so we're going to artificially fuck with the balance of the game. I think that's really bad. I think there's got to be better ways. Oh, fuck this! There've got to be better ways to do that balance. So now we've got to wait again, because the designated servers do not seem to be great, because I would say 1 in 4 games at least disconnect, and that just leads to quite significant queue times when you think about the amount of time you actually spend playing the game. It is a bit frustrating. I think when I do have another 1,000,000 blood points, I might stick it into Adam Francis just to get deliverance. Actually, I'll just start doing that now, save some time later. I have no intention of playing him, but I do not mind having deliverance as a perk. Alright, we got a game.
What is this place?
Come on. This better not be another guy who wastes another 45 seconds of my life for no reason. Yep, we're wasting a minute. Fucking penis. So let's see if we disconnect immediately or if we get a game. So we've got one generator within sight and a chest. I don't need the chest. Another generator this way. I'm going to take this one because there's a pallet, another pallet and a shack. So a very good route. We can see what is potentially the killer. Yes, it is. I am out. And it's Clown. Bit annoying that our colleague there he's likely to expect us to... Oh, he's actually gonna run around this way, fine. We fucked up the spin very badly. But we did waste quite a lot of his time there. Not enough, but a good amount. I would have liked to have get that pallet drop and then maybe get another pallet area so that I could maybe mess with him, but... This fucking tonic lasts forever. I know there's a pallet there. Someone's got ruin down. We can heal ourselves with this. And then get on this gen. Doesn't seem to be coming this way. Fuck's sake. Just clips me with the edge of it. That was good. We spent a lot of his time, a lot of his tonic. That should have put a real amount of generator pressure on him there. I hope they did. I really hope they did. He knows I'm nearby, but he doesn't know where. We're keeping an eye on where he goes. There he is. So he's staying far back, throwing all around the place, looking for me. Not finding me, going to check where the gem was. He's going back. Again, I will go and rescue this guy, but all this time that he's spending, I'm not at risk. Our man's not at risk. He's got a full minute before he goes down, and meanwhile, 2 other guys should be working on gens. I'm hoping to God they're not doing the same thing I'm doing. I've got my sprint burst back up. And I'm going to use it. Borrowed time is good. I'm going to go for the crane. And now we're actually getting some semi-decent loops. He says as he immediately fucks it. But, again, spent a lot of time. Let's see. So that's my second hook, I'm pretty certain. Don't think it's my third. No, it's my second. Alright. So they've got 2 guys on that gen, so we'll be down to 1 gen shortly. Which is good, and we've got a guy ready to immediately save, but he looks like he's been caught and he's running into the other 2. So that is about as bad as it could possibly be. He's run the killer to the 2 guys that could save me and that could get the gen done, so he's prevented that. That's really, really bad. And now the killer, who's shown himself to be pretty campy, is likely to try hard to camp them out of being able to save me. So it looks like he switched onto that guy. That guy's now gone back on the gem, which is good, but this guy's not coming fast enough, so there's a good chance I'm going to die here. Because as I get really, really low, it's worth the killer's time to just come and face camp me. Camping me for a full minute doesn't make sense, but camping me for 15 seconds, yeah, of course, if you're going to kill a survivor, yeah, do it. So we've got 2 guys. This guy's just got to run for it if he wants to get me. Otherwise, I'm going to just die. 2 hooked. Yeah, 2 hooked. And he did come in and just did nothing. And got himself killed in the process. So, really not the best. Let's see if I did enough in that game. Yeah, just to hold my rank, because I did reasonably well with the chases. Was helping my colleagues quite a bit, but I died just a little bit too soon because I basically got 2 hooked. If I'd held that, I'd have got silver. And I didn't do much on the gens at all, which is definitely my fault from that early game. So we're going to switch over to Killer and have a little game with the nurse. I'm currently playing with the Matchbox, which is kind of fun, very different, very, very different style. And I'm using Badman's Last Breath. So essentially, after I hit them, I become undetectable for 16 seconds, which is really, really cool with the nurse. it is scary as hell to have a silent nurse coming after you. Now the downside is that I only have 1 blink, so I'm not going to be able to 2 blink, but the upside is that I'm going to have a normal killer's speed. First, survivors won't be expecting that. For the first chase for each survivor, they'll be like, oh, it's nurse. And then suddenly, oh shit, it's fast nurse. Now good survivors, which these should be, will figure that out very fast. And they'll be like, oh, okay, so it's fast nurse, 1 blink, but faster, fine. And then we basically just both adapt. But for that first chase, I'm likely to have a bit of an advantage, because I know it and they don't. After that, they should be looking to take advantage of my 1 blink. So after I blink, they should just run, knowing that they're completely safe, nothing else can happen. They don't need to do any mind games or anything like that. They can just run away. Which means that I need to use my speed to get close enough to land solid blinks. And obviously I will get much more punished for failed blinks because I won't be able to fix them with a second blink. But I'll be able to, there's a little moment between your lunge attack and the actual fatigue kicking in, and I'll be moving much faster for that, and then I'll immediately move faster again to sort of catch up with survivors. So the faster movement speed really is felt. It's a lot faster than base nurse. So we'll see how I do. The main thing is that with nurse add-ons, one of the reasons why I don't use most of them is because they really do change how she plays and how she feels muscle memory, and it's really important. So I try to choose things that don't change muscle memory. Fortunately, having only 1 blink doesn't change my muscle memory much, but it does change my playstyle quite a bit. Alright, we've nailed it. Now we're undetectable. This is scary as shit. For Miss Nia. Or it should be. Nobody immediately came, so... This is the other good news, by the way, is that when you're trying to hook people with nurse, normally you've got issues because you're so slow. But suddenly, we're not. So we've immediately got a very good pop target, and that's perfect. Here's our man. We'll just give it a little whoop. He's already shown that he wants to run back, so we've just taken advantage of that. We've blinked short. We don't care about them unhooking. Frankly, we just want to... Oh, he's gone that way. That is not smart. Oh, we've cut him off, though. And again, we get that little burst of pace between the fatigue. Now we're going too fast. Whoop, and he's going to turn around. Yeah, we've already got a read on this guy and how he likes to play. He's going to have to change things up or we're going to murder him. And we've now got another Pop the Weasel charge. Ruin is still up, and God bless. In fact, it's just up here, which is makes this a really bad hook. Damn. Right, we're going to check this gen. Nothing. We'll check the center gen. Nothing. Check the other center gen. Oh, they were on it. That is great news. We get to pop it. So we've pushed them off and popped it. That is really great. Anyone on that one? Yes. And we nailed a hit, so we're now undetectable. And whoop. Yeah, that was the only way she could go. So we're barely missing any blinks here. Now, if we do get this hook, which we should here, what we might do is head back. Instead of Pop the Weaseling this gen, we might head back to that one that was in progress, assume that he's gone back on it, and try to catch it again. Which is exactly what's happened. So it's very close to 100 and now it's not. And then later, if we catch someone over there going for the unhook, we can try to put... Oh, hello. God, I love Nurse. This guy's fucked. Yeah, nailed it. Nice. So he's a disconnect. Now they should be going immediately for the unhook because they should know that they're safe. That guy just got real sad. Has he gone straight back on this? Cheeky bastard. So they're going to be worried about saving their own asses, but this guy is very much worried about saving this gen. Which is something I'm against on principle. So... nailed him. Sadly, it wasn't a blink attack, so it doesn't trigger my unbreakable. He might just go and try and finish this gen. No, he didn't. Has he propped my all ears? Oh, I was really hoping he would have done. No, he dropped the pallet because he thought I was after him. He's run round here and off, and he is injured. And he's legged it that way. Is that gen in progress? Don't see. No. So it looks like we've lost... oh, I saw him. I saw him. You all saw it? Whoop. He's dropped down. He's leapt the window. Which has triggered my all ears, which gives me the hit. This is such a good combination of perks. Nurse is calling all ears. I love it. Love it. Just lets me feel like an actual hunter instead of a survivor's plaything. Right, no progress on that gen. We've already heard that there's no progress on that one. The one that we are aware of is this one. Sadly, no one has tried to work on it, so we can't tap it again. Someone's here. We land the hit. Woo! Alright. I'm still getting her. There's nothing she's doing about this. Hello, Nia. Yeah, knew it. She was looking way too much. So we're going to waste a pop the weasel, but frankly, who cares? We know they're in there. They're both there. They're only 3. So we get to put the pressure back on them. Blink in. Hopefully they're going to jump a window. Don't need to. We are just not missing a blink today. Not missing a goddamn thing. Take us to the near hook. You can see some progress. Oh no, that one's actually been finished. Wow, okay. Nobody has gone for that. This one is still regressing, so we've actually managed to... that one that we made that decision earlier to go and get the pop the weasel and put it on that one, and it was on almost 100%. Well, now it's on almost 0%, so I'm going to go ahead and call that a success. Okay, she's gone that way, so we're going to go and cut them off. You see her? No chance. If she's got decisive, I really don't care. The other guy is directly above us. Oh, she does have decisive. They can't hit me with that. It doesn't matter. No. This guy was healing. I'm all ears, just went off. Nope. Right, we know where he is. He's in there somewhere, so we'll go and find this girl. Here she is. Let's see. Oh, she's already used her decisive, so she can't possibly use it again. He hasn't been hooked recently, so he doesn't have one. And we get the 4-man. The undetectable combined with this movement speed is just a thing of beauty. I like it a lot. I'm going to use some white hand add-ons to try and keep this combination and just play a few games with this combination because it feels so good. There is a little question in my mind between I'm All Ears and Nurse is Calling and Sloppy Butcher. So I feel like Sloppy Butcher might be an important part of this build. For time, for progression slowing, basically. You kind of need to slow them down, and one way to do that is keep them injured and keep them healing themselves and make that take longer. But the thing is that I tend to focus on one fight at a time with the Nurse. I don't split up and deal around. I just bang, bang, take a guy down. Next, bang, bang, take a guy down. And so only one guy is injured at a time. Sloppy really comes into play when there's 2, 3, 4 guys injured, and they're all having to deal with that. I'm just generally getting one, not that. So, right, let's see. That was a decimation, and it really should be rewarded with a rank up, and we don't get one. This game fucking sucks sometimes. Look at that. Because a guy disconnected, because we 2-hooked the last 2 because we nailed them, I don't rank up. Oh well, really nice of this guy to actually be a mannered survivor. That is good, especially when, frankly, I wasn't being particularly nice or anything. I was complaining about disconnectors, but he was keeping his cool. That is much appreciated. But yeah, my blinks were on point in that game. I was really happy with it. It was nailing people left, right, and centre, which, when you've only got one blink, is really necessary. But when you've got the movement speed to set those blinks up, obviously it looks harder than it is because you're getting closer and you've got less distance to cover, and that means you've got less mind games that they can play because you can just sort of land on where they are now, and it doesn't matter how far they get to run around. You're still going to be in range of a lunge if you're quick enough with your reflexes. So we'll see. See if they're still on point in the next game. So we're running Black Ward. This is just to protect my Bad Man's Last Breath and Matchbox because I've got 4 of these, so it means I can run this combination 4 times before I even start using them up. And then I think I've got a couple of copies of each of those items anyway. Let me have a look. Yeah, I've got 4 matchboxes and 4 Bad Mans, so I can do this 8 times. I can run this build 8 times. This torn bookmark can go and get fucked. Blinks are restricted to locations in the Nurse's line of sight. That is awful. That takes away from Nurse what being Nurse is. Yes, of course, there are things you can do with it. You can team it up with Matchbox so that you've got 2 blinks even though you've got fast movement speed, and yeah, okay, you can't blink through a wall, but you can just move quickly, get to an open line of spot, and then just go zip zip and nail them. But that is in theory. In practice, there are maps like the hospital or Hawkins Underground Complex or any others like that where they're small and tight and inside and line of sight blocking is everywhere, and it is dreadful. It is really, really dreadful. Yamaoka Estate is awful for Nurse, and with that it's even worse. Does stop you accidentally teleporting into the basement. I suppose that's the one plus side I can think of. And I suppose if you played it without the Matchbox, so you had 3 blinks, but then you'd have unbelievable chain blink fatigue after the 3rd blink. At least that's how it was a couple of years ago when I was playing. If you ever had managed to get 3 blinks, you always had unbelievable fatigue afterwards. So you really had to hit those. Makes it very high pressure. Alright, so we're on the Yamaoka estate, speaking of the devil, which means our ability to blink is about 50% of normal. We can expect quite a lot of my blinks to go fucking nowhere because the clipping and the map design, while utterly stunningly beautiful, is rubbish in terms of optimization. So, oh, hello. Oh, he just kept running forwards. Alright, so we've got a little idea of how this guy likes to play. He's going to just try and put distance in, but I move a little bit faster than he's probably expecting. Reached a pallet, fair enough. Oh, that time he moved back forward. So this guy's smart, he knows Nurse. We know that the other guy is still on that... have we just lost Ruin immediately? Yeah, we have. Right, so we've lost Ruin immediately. He's changing up whether he just runs flat or mind games it, and that is making it very hard. That's a hit. Yeah. So now we've got undetectable, and maybe we can start to be the one doing the mind games. Here we go. I should have waited, I could have got that, that's annoying. So I'm all ears. Should grant us this? Nope, he's got sprint, burst, or lithe, probably lithe. That's really annoying. I hadn't let go with my right mouse button, so it automatically charged up a blink. When I did, it happened to line up with the moment that it came off cooldown. So we've let the first injured guy get away. The second one is here. And we get the first one, but Ruin's already down and we've already lost a gen, so we know we've lost this game. There's no way we can possibly win it. We're going to have a look here and see... Nope, we're not on the right side. We'll take a hit, because we can still make this hook. And we may as well inflict that injury for free. It's almost, there is 25% here, so it is worth a pop. It's not the best pop we could have got. We could have got a much better one, but we'll take it. Now, 2 gens on this side. Some work in the middle, we'll pop it and get ready to blink down, assuming they're going to go for an unhook. They did not. We've spotted Ming in the background there, she's over here, so we're going to go and move towards her, pretend not to see her, and then hook left. She actually moved a bit sooner than we thought. We're going after the healthy guy because we don't want to get screwed with borrowed time, but this is a guy that knows Nurse pretty well. Sadly, he probably wasn't quite ready for me to come round the corner fast in a basic move without the blink, so... They are going to rush the gens. There's not much we can do. We're just going to have to try and hit some godlike blinks. And there's one of those blinks we mentioned earlier, where the terrain on this map, while it should be completely open, isn't. And so we just lose the chase for free, and there's nothing we can do. He's gone. And he is a very good survivor, so... I thought I just saw a little flicker or something behind here, so I thought it's worth checking. If he was injured and we did get him there, that would have been very impactful. And he was just here. And again, we blink about 2 meters. And he is there, so... Oh, that's not him, it's another one, but at least we do get a bit of something. Right, let's see if she's got the chase skills that the other guy had. This is an area that I basically can't blink in. Fortunately, she was more worried about the blinking than she should have been. She maybe doesn't know that in that area, Nurse just clips everything and you can't actually blink, otherwise you end up in your own basement or it just stops immediately. But again, 4 gens done, and we've got 3 completely split gens. They couldn't be a bit further away from each other if they tried. So, as I say, that is game. Not a huge surprise. It was as soon as we had that bad start with Hex going down immediately. And a bad chase. Now let's see if we can land this blink. We did. It's given us undetectable, which is going to make life hard for them. Which is nice, but inconsequential. But it does just give us a couple of hooks. Maybe stop ourselves D-ranking. That's our only goal at this point. To try and prevent a D-rank. They should be working on this gen. We'll use pop on it. We think we just saw someone over to my left a tiny bit. Doesn't look like it. I'm going to go back to the hook because it's very likely that someone will be there, and indeed they were. We've spotted the Feng. And we're off. Oh! She just gives us the hit. So we're going to assume that she's got decisive, but we're going to hope that she doesn't, because we've got to take risks at this point. We actually get it. Alright, beautiful. So we know that that gem was okay. We know someone's over here. We're going to play for pressure. Ways. No, didn't catch anyone. We do get to slam the pop down. They probably move. No, we don't get to blink because Yamaoka. Someone is on that gen. We actually get to blink through it for once. That is unusual. It's about halfway done and they've moved down the back there. What on earth just happened? Oh! Nice hiding spot. Nice. Almost didn't find it. Nope, no blink possibilities for me. If we nail this chase immediately, which seems unlikely with the current rate, but if we do and she doesn't have adrenaline, we might just get... Oh, hello. No pallet here, so there's not. She doesn't have adrenaline, that's great. So we do get at least a bit of something, that's nice. Alright, so doors, both on the far side, of course. Don't think we can get to those even if we want to. We're going to have to hope they've gone for this right. Again, a lot of this is now based on hope, because we can't afford to play in any manner safe. Nope, they've got an immediate open. Probably this one as well. Nope, they're not even trying, so they've opened that one. And we're going to have to hope to pressure them from this side. We're going to move up, because if I was them, I'd be going up. That was pretty perfect. Perfect. Of course they will get that hook, but I don't give a damn. I've got my guy, so I'm going to come through here. The good survivor is the one that did the rescue. That makes sense. to move back up, maintaining vision on the entrance points to that hook. Pressuring to come after them. There we go, we got him. No, that fucking area. So, borrowed time. 15 seconds this guy's got. We're going to say at least 5 of those are used. We're going to have to get them and hope he doesn't have decisive. We can't blink in this area. We're hoping he doesn't know it. Borrowed time's done. He escapes. We're going to wait the full time it takes him to get to that door for the maximum possibility that his decisive strike wears off, and then we'll pick him up and hook him. And that will get us the maximum chance for not D-ranking. So that would be about now. And if he's got decisive, he's got decisive. There's nothing I can do. I get a free hit. She gets a protection hit, so that's fair. I'm going to run to there to make it look like I'm going to go near the pallet, just in case she was tempted to go for a pallet save. She was not. Put him there. He's dead on hook. She knows it. She's got no reason to stay around. And she's gone. Yeah. So we get 2 kills. That'll probably be enough to avoid the D rank. I think we did alright. Considering the start that we had where we lost Ruin immediately, it was... Oh my god, did I rank up? No, okay. I was like, what? No. So we just managed to avoid the D rank. Yep. So we were pretty close to iridescent on the chases. Because we did do, like, with the exception of chasing that first guy that ran us around at the start, it was, the chases were okay later on in the game, pretty quick. But I presume it was this guy, because he was very good. He ran us around something wicked. And well played, sir. So we're using another Black Ward and jumping again. I think with Nurse, with this combination, and with my blinks being on point as they are, we've got a reasonable chance to push up to rank 2 today. Oh, for a second there, I thought we were actually going to get a game where we didn't... Oh, my lord! Yes! People have readied up. Woo! This is a glorious day. If I'm a survivor and I see a black hand, as in like the protecting the add-ons of the killer, I'm always like, ah, shit. It means the killer's got 2 add-ons that are worth protecting. Like, you never want to see that. You're like, oh god, what's he got? And you start thinking in your head, like, what are the best add-ons for that killer? Nurse is such an odd one though, because like all of her purple add-ons, like they've got these weird effects and different things that like change how she can blink and how far she can blink, and some of those change, like they used to change the timings on it. What I should check out now is, because I've got a shitload of them saved up, is there's an add-on that increases her maximum length blink and therefore her maximum charge time. And of course you've kind of got to learn that new muscle memory about that bit further, and you know, you've got to hear the sounds and have an idea of how far that's going to take you. But once you do, like the ability to blink that far reduces one of the Nurse's biggest weaknesses. But in this case, the extra movement speed kind of does the same thing in a different way. The ability to have the undetectable after the hit is so beautiful. I love it. Love it. So we're going to move over here. See if anyone's unfortunate to be in this area. They are not. Anyone in this basement? No. And we're going to go straight to our ruin. Because it's undoubtedly the next most important thing. I thought I might have seen someone. No one working on that. And oddly, no one working on that. So I think they are just running about looking for ruin, except for this lady. Hello there. I'm not going to blink before I get line of sight. Nailed it. Off she goes this way. I'm moving. Whoa, she went down. Cheeky bish. Don't know this map well. Lost it. Damn. Damn. Okay. Let's move again over towards the ruin. Just have to accept that one was a lost chase and move on. No point tunnel visioning in on that go. We've got ruin up. We can put pressure on. Let's go this way. I think I just saw someone. I think someone's here. Yeah, they are. Oh, she's trying to sandbag her ally. Right, I've now got I'm all ears and I'm silent. That's got to be such a minefield. Yep. Turns out it is. That was really bad positioning if they got a flashlight. Looks like they don't. And we're at my basement. Nice. So, ruin seems to be in a fairly good position. And so are we. Happy times. Right, let's go and try and find some gen progress. Boom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that lunge, damn it. Anyway, pressure on her. Oh. Just the tip. And now you're fucked. And now you're fucked as well. And that one too. Yeah, she can bugger off. Right. Let's see if this girl's got DS and get rid of it. Oh, that one had Unbreakable. Okay. But this one didn't have DS, so... Good to know. Oh, this one's fucked. Does she have DS? I'm not going to find out. I'm going to leave her on the ground. Because she's already used Unbreakable, so I have no interest. What I do have an interest in doing is that. And that. Pop the weasel, grab her, hook. And then we'll go back and deal with the other two. Wow, she's wiggling like a motherfucker. Right. Let's see, where are they going? There we go. Over there. Whoop. God, you couldn't be on more on point if it tried. I mean, yeah, okay, this girl's not the best, but still. Just fucked. Right, that's a 3 hook. One of them's gone straight back over to here, suggesting they want to get that gen finished. Which I'm A-okay with. Hello, madam. Oh, no! I cocked the blink up. We haven't been doing too many of those cock-ups. Double cock-up. Right. Oh, she's just accidentally found ruin. So she has to die. Oh, triple cock up on the same survivor, the one that found ruin. It's very bad news. Didn't get the distance right to try and nip into the school. I was trying to cut her off and teleport into there. Didn't get it. We have to chase this girl down because we can't let her go back and get ruin for free. We have to just hope she's running straight. She is. That covers some ground, and now we're going to hope she jumps a window. Perfect. They're still dealing with ruin at this point, which means we've basically won. We've got them down to 3 survivors. They're all on various low levels of hook. That's actually her first. Well, that's annoying, because she's the one that we most want dead. Anyway. Nobody on this one. Which means shit. Shit, shit, shit. Can I get back to my ruin before she runs and gets it? And does she have the balls to go straight from hook? Well. Alright then. Woo! Woo! Why are you running into a corner? I don't know. Anyway, let's get her hooked up. Oh, the other one's already been saved. But that means that no one was doing gens at all during that period. We're going to head this way, hook her on this one so that I can blink straight to my ruin. We did get it to go the right way, but my timing was a bit off. Now again, we just need to just need to make sure they're not on my ruin. She wants to run in here, that's fine. Ooh, 2 gen. Now, I can't really protect ruin and protect gens, and ironically, I think I probably need to abandon my ruin. Didn't actually mean to attack there, but... No progress, no progress, no progress. So, we've got to get back to the ruin if we can. Don't know what was just highlighted or why. But we found some more, which gives us one detectable. And they're down. I'll take it. Which gives us a pop goes the weasel, but I don't think there's any actual gen progress going on anywhere. That Nia should be going straight for my ruin, but... Yep, there we go. And there she is. Fortunately, I was undetectable, so... An undetectable nurse is pretty fucking terrifying. Has she got quick and quiet? Is she doing some... Well, this is really bad news. So now we need to do Jen patrolling because they're down to 1. Fortunately, we can cover them with a single blink, which is good because we've only got a single blink. Don't think any other killer would be able to patrol this situation this well. Fortunately, we can. Right, there's the Nia again. I thought she might just go for a little back pedal, didn't go for it. We'll knock that off. Come back over here and expect that the other guy's going for the far gen. Cheeky fucker. To do that and then do that. Nope, she didn't come in close enough, shame. So we get her, and now we're undetectable. This is not a situation you want to be in. Not good for her at all. So with this girl on the hook, can almost certainly pressure the other one off that gem before she gets anywhere too much with it, and then we can use Pop the Weasel to get rid of any progress that she does make. No real progress to speak of, actually. Quick check on this gen. Oh, she's just killed herself, so it's a hatch game. Oh, she's already found it, right. So that should be a rank up, no doubt about it. And it is just, holy shit, that was close. I am Will. Right, okay. I thought she might have had urban evasion because she was managing to stay out of my line of sight quite a bit. But no, it was just I am Will. Kindred. Let's see what people are running. So they're running borrowed, borrowed, borrowed. Yep, we're ignoring this guy. Iron Will. Sprint burst. No exhaustion perk. No exhaustion perk. Interesting. Self-care, self-care. That surprises me a tiny bit. Decisive. No decisive, but unbreakable, unbreakable. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. You got to keep an eye on this. Alright. So let's go again. And again, we'll black hand our offerings. We need 3 more rank ups, or obviously any combination of double pip, but that seems unlikely given how difficult that is to get. So 3 wins to get us to rank 2, obviously reduced by any losses that we get. Let's see. Most of the killer rift quests that I've got now revolve around specific perks, and at this rank I don't want to be dicking about with subpar perks. So, to be honest, the fact that we've got a survivor perk on, a survivor rift on, just doesn't matter. Just let it go at this point. It's all about just blood points and getting stuff finished and completionism, which frankly I shouldn't be that bothered about, but for some reason I do tend to be. No extra mist, no nothing, so standard game. And as always with the nurse, all we're hoping for is not Yamaoka estate, because if we get that, we're probably fucked. I'd be interested to see win rates across the whole servers, but I bet you if the developers actually look at nurse on Yamaoka, it will be significantly lower than nurse on anything else at any skill rank. And that should tell them, optimize your map. It's beautiful. They've done such good work with the design, the new doctor thing, all the work they're doing, and then you get on there, try to blink and just go, no, can't move, there's a leaf. It's a very big leaf. Oh dear. Oh, leaf. Or stick, or totem, or, yeah, just sort it out and we will all have a lovely, lovely time, because the maps are stunning. They're beautiful. We're going to nip up here because we're expecting people to get cheeky like this lady. And now we're undetectable. God, it's just such a good combination of add-ons. We did lose her for a second there, but she's most likely lost me as well. And so, fooked. So we get a very quick hook. We're not bothered at all about Gardener. We're going to go straight back to the middle gen, where we assume that they've stayed. Whoa, hello. We'll just get a free hook, thank you. Kind of wastes my pot, but I'll take it for a free hook. Have they unhooked her already? Alright, fine. So she's going that way. Interesting. I really thought someone was hanging about. Maybe they are and I've just missed them. Anyway, Ruin's down. That's unfortunate. Let's try and get some use out of Pop the Weasel at least and get back up there. Take this progress off and then we'll move back towards there and find out which way they're going. We've got great pressure. I think Ruin's kind of done its job this time. Oh, hello. Oh, I really thought we'd get that. What is she doing? Just wants her decisive strike? I mean, I'm not going to give it to her, so... Hello, sir. You're fucked, aren't you? They've got to waste time healing up that other girl while their decisive was going to go anyway, and... Oh, not quite enough. That was going to be a beautiful little flick. Genuinely quite proud of that. Nice timing, sir. Well played. Oh, he almost got just the tip there. Now then, I'm all ears. He's coming, and therefore we get it, and we get undetectable again. Not a pleasant thing to have to deal with. Undetectable nurse, not cool. So we're going to nip back towards this centre. We are silent right now. We're going to take advantage of it if we can. Hello. She should drop that. Good. Oh, damn, that was close. Oh. Oh, she's got lithe, of course. Feng Min. Pretend we're going in there. Cut her off. She goes wide. I've now got bloodlust, and now we'll pop the blink. My God, these are some close blinks. My bad. She hid well. That was cool. I was trying to preempt. I was going to wait to get line of sight and then go. Nice. Didn't go for the patch. She's doing really well. Well played. The only downside is that she has got her friend sort of into a two-hook situation. Alright, so I was waiting for that, and now we see where they go. Presumably this way, fine. I mean, he wasn't the one on the hook, I'm almost certain, which means... Or was he? Was he the one I had hooked? I thought I had... Well, that was interesting. Wow, the gen pressure here is nuts. Okay, so she had head on. Very close there. We'll probably get her on the next one, I would say. Yes. Which means we should be... Oh, we're not undetectable? What? Well, you've got to commend them. Like, I really thought they were in a lot more trouble than they seem to be. I'm going to have to hope I get a bit lucky with where my Pop Goes the Weasel goes now. Because they've got 3 really widespread gens. I'm going to come here. There's basically no progress, so this is a real shitty situation, but I don't want to have to go back. I'm going to go back over here. This is really bad because it means the most likely scenario is that they're both two-manning a gen. And it's most likely that one. Yes, it is. If that pop, it would have been much better to use it there. So, someone's run through this way. They've gone up to the main building. Now the ones that unhooked should have probably got started there, but they didn't. Oh, we've got to play such a strong patrol game here, and we've only got 1 blink. We're gonna have to kick this and hope no one's nearby, because we can't have it just ticking up. That sucks. Yamaoko, I hate you. So 2 people here. That was pretty sweet though. Really hope she vaults something soon. Did that just heal her up? We were so fucking close. should get 2. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So we get 2. I really thought we were going to get 3 or maybe even 4 on this game. They've done really well to apply the gen pressure. The gen speeds are pretty insane at the moment. This is a massive map. So if they do get really cheeky going for a save on this girl, we might get something more, but it seems very unlikely. They'd have to make pretty big mistakes in my eyes for that to happen. Bit like that. So one of them has come. I'm going to break this. I'm going to move back. Nobody coming from that side. There, no. Just the Meg so far. Oh, and we got a hit on her. So I'm going to risk this now. They get the unhook, and I'm going to go for this kill. I'm just going to commit. I'm going to hope she vaults something. That's fucked it. For some reason they've given me another chance. Don't understand why they did that. That was silly. Could have got out clean, but they decided to fart around and show off. I never understand it. The other one is here, right? Yeah, there she is. Get the undetectable. She gets the unhook. I get the hook swap. I get both down. She's gonna go for the heal on the other girl. I'll try for this one. Decisive. Looks like Fang's had enough of showing off, but Meg hasn't. And they've made it. Well played. Very, very well played. I've got to give them that. That was really nice. Really nice end game play. Bravo. Bravo. They deserve that. We didn't D-rank, so that's nice. Oof, just Jesus. That guy is upset. Not gonna lie. He's not at all happy with life choices. Right. We will jump in again. We're going to pop the Black Ward in again, obviously. And we'll see how we go. We'll just whack my slippers on. The floor is a bit chilly today. So let's see whether we have to wait a minute because people don't ready up or not. We've got 2 flashlights, that's fine. To be honest, as long as you're fairly sentient, you keep your ears and eyes open, there's no reason why you should get too badly dicked by flashlights, and it does often inspire people to stay near you when they maybe shouldn't. So I'm not that upset to see flashlights. What I am upset to see is that we're going to wait till the final 5 seconds again, because this penis of a human being can't just click a button that says ready. Which is sad, because there's always one. So someone's got something hidden, so they probably start together or as far away from me as possible. Most likely together, because starting far away from me, meh. So we need to move around. I mean, Ruin probably puts them off doing gens together that much, because they suffer more from each of the normal skill checks. All of their skill checks suddenly stop for a bit. All of their progression stops for a bit, so they might be tempted not to do that. Let's see. Depends where our Ruin is as well. So Ruin is out on its own on this side. Let's pop her head down, have a look at the street, see if we can see anyone crossing. No one crossing. Blink through one gen, have a little listen. Didn't hear anything. Second gen, nothing. Nothing. Bad blink. My fault. This map used to be horrifically optimized, a bit like Yamaoka, but they fixed it. I absolutely cannot blame that anymore. A little bit of progress here. Interesting. Hello, Bill. So he'll be expecting slowness, and what he gets is fastness. Go on, drop it on me. Nice. Down he goes. No Ruin gone. We just faced the tree, so we can't get flashlighted. And we'll just smack him up on the nearest. And then we'll go and deal with that progress that he put on the gen. So they got 1, so they probably had start together, went over there. We'll break this. We'll go and pop this gen on the left, because there's unlikely to be too much more progress if they've already done that one. So we'll just knock this pressure off in case we do manage to get another. We want to get Pop the Weasel immediately. Again, has someone run for it? Because they were over here. We've not caught them, which suggests they're going for it. Perfect, no borrowed time. He might have decisive, which I'm just going to leave him slugged. And we'll put this girl down. She's the second one with the flashlight, so there's no flashlight now, we don't need to worry about it. And while they're dealing with unslugging him, we're getting a kill, and they're not doing gens. So, we'll nip back across, we see that Nurse is calling, gives us the information we want, and we're going to go for the one that went for the unhook. Because again, we have to play around Decisive Strike, and they don't have to give a monkeys. That should be enough to convince them that I'm chasing. Evening, Matthias, how you doing? And we're going to nip back over to the hook now. Beautiful. Hello, madam. Are you going to go for the hook swap or the run? Oh, the run. I do love you. Oh, nice. She was paying attention. I thought she wasn't. She didn't look like she was looking behind her. So I was getting ready to give her the short end of the stick, but instead, that girl is still on the hook. They have still not unhooked him. That is not great from them. They should unhook immediately now that they know they're safe. The fact that they still haven't means that they must have been badly positioned. I'm coming back up here. Wow, dead. That's hilarious. And unfortunate for them at the same time. They found Ruin, but far too late. They're already a man down. Pretty good. Just made some food and spanked Ickett's Grimkin. Well, at least it was his Grimkin. I would also be interested to know what Grimkin are playing nowadays. Oh, they've finally gone for the unhook. Good stuff. The 222 Dreamer list, because Pat has changed a few times. Here we go, we found Bill. Oh, hello, Bill. That's not an open garage, and now we feel silly. Fortunately, Bill's about to feel silly as well, so it's alright. See? Very, very silly. You're a silly Billy. Right, Decisive Strike was half an hour ago, so we don't need to worry about that. We've seen that survivor running across ahead of us, so we're going to go and put pressure on her. We may as well get a tiny bit of pop value from this. She didn't go all the way around, that's interesting. Considering the situation that they are in, their gen pressure is obscene. No, you're just going to stay there now. This is hilarious. So she can't do anything, she can't move past me, and this guy's going to die on hook like that, and now I get to hit her. And then fuck it. If you're ever a killer and you get into that situation, don't be shy of trapping survivors in. Makes them very upset. So they need 2 more gens. Nobody working on that. So they'll go for the unhook, we'll move back. Just spotted her, yeah, nice. Oh, beautiful. We'll just check for Decisive Strike. I'm not that bothered at this point whether she's got it or not. So if she has, we'll just catch her again in a sec. Nope, so she's out. And it comes down to the hatch. So we'll go to one of the main hatch spawns, which is here. Nope. And she stood on it. Great. Interactive. So we don't even rank up because she just found hatch. Right? So even though we destroyed them, yep, no possibility of ranking up. No. What on earth we were doing with these ranks? I mean, maybe he was survive with friends? That's all I can assume. Wow, that guy had a strong flashlight. Holy hell. Glad he didn't get a chance to use it. Oh, and it was a... Yeah, it must have been survive with friends. Look, you've got one decent player using the Shroud of Binding, and then a bunch of lower players trying to prep up. Yeah. This looks familiar. But even though that was a bit of a crushing, we still didn't rank up. Let's prevent some... Oh no, I mean I may as well use some blood points, I suppose. Zero. Although I've already done 150 jumps today. I'm going to change it. I haven't changed it yet. I put it into... I've still got it on there as seconds, but I'm going to change it instead to number of jumps, because obviously Anna won't be here every time to be able to start and pause every time I fuck up a jump, and so it's much easier to count the number of jumps, and then what I'll probably do is I'll have something like a base amount of jumps, so 50 jumps like as standard, and then plus 10 for each purchase or whatever. Yeah, I put up the costs of a few things because it seemed unbelievably easy for everybody to have lots and lots of leaves. So I tried to adjust them a little bit. I also added in an extra award, so Doggo is now there. Exactly. I thought you might be a fan of Doggo. She's just had a bath today. Evening, Simon. How you doing? You well? Good, good. Glad to hear it. I'm still feeling a bit sensitive, shall we say. Bit too much rum. I might have to spend some of my infinite tea leaves and put a tea break in to get another ½ litre of tea, see if that'll help the situation. Has somebody disconnected? No, we actually get a game, sweet. Knives Out. Is that a horror? Sounds like a horror. Or is it like a horror comedy, or is it just a... Have I completely got it wrong? Usually someone tries to go up here. But nobody did. Oh, hello. Bitch! Come back here. Feel my undetectable goodness. Feel it. The tree felt it. Did you feel it? You can't hear me, and I've got all ears, so that sucks for you. Oh. Oh, and someone has been having a go at this. Should we give them a little tap? Where are they? We probably make this hook. Ooh, that would have been sad if we didn't. They got a gen done quite quickly there. Well, I'm not delighted about the speed they got that done. Let's see if someone's making a slow vault. Or a what? Here we go. Hi, Yui. Undetectable for me. And fucked for you. It's a thriller detective. Oh, that's cool. Couldn't use my traps with the hag. Had about 5 minutes of gameplay and suddenly the game quit. Disconnected players. Never in the lobby. Was like, what the fuck? Interesting. Nice cast approach to a topic and a really nice crime story regarding Knives Out. Alright. Well, the hag bug sounds shitty. I had something... Oh, I fell for that so hard. Luckily, I at least pulled my lunge, so I didn't do that, but I just fell for that sprint burst like a small child. I'm going to assume that somebody's up here. They are not. But someone has been running out here. Yep. Oh, didn't quite make it through. Let's see if they come this way. Nope, they went this way. So. Is she gonna go? She's really looking behind her. But to no avail. Now, I'm going to just pop her decisive strike because we're early in the game and I'd rather just get rid of it. If she's got it, she does not, so we know that Yui can be tunneled. That's good news. Right, we've got Pop the Weasel available. No progress on that gen. No progress on that gen. We can visually check both, which means we can blink to this gen. Try and take a swing because it was probably worth trying. We can use Pop, go straight back to finish the unhook. Didn't go for it. Interesting. She's not back on it yet. There's the unhook going which way? That way. Hit a different one, that's unfortunate. I kind of wanted to hit the same one, but there she is. Bless you. And we know she doesn't have DS, or she missed it. Really nice cast, interesting. Oh, you've already said that. There might be some things that might be better, but so solid 8 or 9 out of 10. That is a high score, my friend. That is it's not fucking about. So we've got a kill, and they've got 2 gens, and I mean a kill, not a just a hook. You're gonna probably play some DbD. Well, enjoy it. We've just found the Yui, and luckily she tapped that gem, which means we get to hello. Well, we get a free hit as well. In fact, I'm gonna, in that case, take the chase. She did turn back, but not quite enough. I am risking losing my Pop Goes the Weasel here. Kind of fuck this up. Right, let's use the pop to get the value. We know one of them's gone this way. Probably went all the way to the killer shack. And we know there was some progress over there. We know 2 of them have now gone this way. Jesus. That was a bit... Oh, all 3 of them went this way, right. We've already hooked this guy once, so now also I'm silent, which can't be much fun for her. She thought I had gone long, didn't, went short. Now they've gone on to that gen, so they should move across. One's going to come for the save, I would imagine. Yeah, that is her second hook. Are they on that gen already? Yes, they are. So we've got 1 on a hook, 1 being chased. That's That was very obvious. I mean, she could have tried to mind game it, I suppose, but she didn't, so... Oh, I didn't... Has she just popped all this? No. Smart. Very smart. Alright, she's hooked back. She turned it round, that's annoying. Right. They have been in here putting in some fairly good work. No one came back up here yet. No, that was another one of those where my right hand was just it was holding down the right mouse, and then as I let go of it, it blinked me. So, bad news is they only need 1 gen. Good news is they've 3 gen themselves. And against Nurse, that is not a feels good moment. Since they came from that way, I'm assuming they're going to move on to this. And they did. I'm not going to do a long linear chase, it's what the Nurse doesn't want to see. Instead, I'll continue to patrol. Okay, so I need to be a little bit closer to make that blink. I have to go and check this one. Didn't want to, but it's well worth spending the time just to put that down. And now I have to go and put hard pressure on this one, and indeed this is the one that they're working on. So, Jane provides us with a bit of chase material. They're going to go straight back on the gen. So we get the hit. Has she tapped it? Yes. We've now got to go and start checking the other ones. For a while we knew that they weren't in range to do the other ones. But, as you see, we've now got to start doing all sorts of fucking wizardry. That one's basically out, and now they'll be over on this one. And indeed, they are. That was really nearly a huge fuck up. Now then, we can pick her up and try and hook her. Please be a near hook. There is a near hook. And there's a near survivor. And she's dead on hook, so we can follow this girl. So we can see where she's going. We get to put pressure on it. Oh, nice, nice. That was beautiful. She ran back towards just for a second, and it was just to bait the hook for the fatigue time. Oh, I loved that. That was so great. Nice work. God damn, that was actually a bit lucky. That was actually really, really lucky. shouldn't have this. She shouldn't have that. She should have got hit. No, I played a little bit badly with that final chase, but she had such a wonderful play. I'm really happy she got that. And we D rank. That is not right. It's just not right. It is bullshit. I inflicted a shit ton of injuries. Oh god, it's just so rough. Alright, this will be the last game. So let's hope it's a good one. Let's make it a Mori. Let's make it a Mori game. Fuck it. We'll do some strangling. We've hit 4 survivors already in a group, already ready, so there's a good chance that this is a pre-made, but not necessarily. Can just be the order of joining the lobby. But I have got quite a high-spec PC, and we've recently doubled the speed of our internet, so that should increase the upload rate, make everything about the stream a little bit cleaner with any luck, and also means that we shouldn't have so much problem connecting quickly to anything. But mainly we did it for the upload rate. Just make sure that I'm able to put the stream out without any package loss, any, you know. I'm saying that like I know what it's supposed to be. Nurse play means something very different. Yep, it does. Although I don't know, when we've got the Mori, it is going to involve strangling people. A little bit of choking. Oh, this is a horrible map for Nurse. I mean, nah, I don't know. Like, line of sight wise and so on, it's a pisser, but there is some up and down elements, and those are very, very good for Nurse. Vertically, she's very strong. But it's all this absolute loss of line of sight that just fucks the Nurse up. And any new map, usually they don't optimize it very well for Nurse. Oh, hello. Oh, what the fuck, Simon? Come on. Oh, that's open, so I thought it was going to be another closed loop. I hate this map. Nobody working on that one. And Mori's all well and good. If you actually hit somebody, but if you don't, not great. That is a bit annoying. Let's see if we can cut her off. Yes, we can. Okay, so now undetectable should be a little bit scary, I would imagine. Turns it around. Okay, nice. Someone else was there to finish the gen. That's a bit annoying. Only having one blink with this Like, Nurse isn't bad, but this set of add-ons that I'm using is bad. Here. But we do get one, and we're going to have to start Moriing immediately when we get the chance. Oh, I missed. Never mind, we won't take a second swing because... Alright, we're going to have to take a second swing. Whew. Either that was an unbelievably good dead hard, or what the fuck. Anyway, right. We've caught her. I will just drop her in order to get a bit of pop. Oh no, I don't have any pop value. Never mind, I've just fucked up pop value, in fact. My bad. Alright, there goes the pallet. She's gonna get that. She does have borrowed, but it's now been used. Let's see how they do this. So she's tracking her all the way for the body blocks. As I mentioned, survive with teams was an option, but it seems like it's a certainty rather than an option at this point. Anyway, we hit this one as well, so we've now got all of them one hooked thus far. Very bad, obviously. The hole going down all the stairs should be here. Yep, stairs are here. She's immediately there. I'm ready to get the bad news if I catch her. We'll get the pop value here and then go back to the unhook. Very sadly we didn't make it. Very fortunately, she's there ready to DS me. I have no intention of pulling her out of that thing. About now. Nope. So we waited about the maximum possible time to give her the maximum possible decisive strike value. And that was the right holding the right mouse button, and as I let go it sets it off again. We do get a fresh hit here at least. No, we teleport through the stairs. She turns around. Alright. But that allows the other guys that were over there to heal up. We are not getting any use out of this Mori, but at this point, if I Mori, they just escape, so... Beautiful. Could kill her, but again, we want to actually draw more of them out. The only advantage that I have that they are Survive with Friends is that they are going to come and try and save her, because they need to feel they can show off. And they'll all be shouting on Discord or whatever, like, save me, so. Yeah, there's the track marks. We get the hit. They get the unhook, and we need to trust in our ability to put that girl down. And we don't get it. Because we chased the wrong one. So we did the best we could to get the best result we could, but it will result in a D rank. But it was a survival. Oh, the right click thing again. Like when you're holding it and because it's off cooldown, it's on cooldown, so you're like, oh shit, never mind. And then as you let go, it comes back on cooldown. It suddenly blinks, and when you've only got one blink, like that was. It would have done the same thing, except I was sort of trying to demonstrate it. But the way that it happens, it's so frustrating. Oh, it makes playing Nurse really, really, really horrible. So, yep, that was a map where you really need two blinks because there's so much line of sight blocking, and you can't, like, otherwise you're just in too many 50-50s, and you can't afford to lose more than about two of them. And obviously you're going to make so many of them that just 50-50, you're going to lose them. Yeah, we got digged, it was fine. Nice team, well played. Yeah, the decisive strike in the locker was where we lost the hardest. I mean, we lost in various places, but we lost the hardest on the decisive strike. And obviously on the game being pretty horribly balanced towards gen speed. But decisive strike in the locker, we waited as long as we could. I think in like, if we were really playing optimally, we'd have to sit here and basically have a 60-second timer ready, and the moment that someone gets unhooked, we just hit play, and then we know that their decisive runs out on the beep. I think that would be really sad that you'd have to play like that. Like decisive strike just has that much impact on the game, but I mean it's why I run it. You know, I run decisive strike, and it's because it's that good. It just ends games sometimes, which is a shame. Right, well, thanks you all for joining. Just as I said, it was just I knew I was going to do some gaming this evening, so I wanted to throw it out for you guys as well. You know, why not? And ended up being a couple of Survivor games, quite a few killer games. Tomorrow I'm back with the regular schedule, so that will be Evil Within 2. And then on Tuesday, I think I'm doing... what am I doing? I've got it on my schedule. Oh, just Dead by Daylight. Yep, normal stuff. And then on Wednesday, it'll probably be Jurassic World Evolution. It might just be Frostpunk again. I haven't decided yet. I'll put that in there. And then on Thursday, we're doing Darkest Dungeon. So by request, Darkest Dungeon's coming up. Again, if you want to make requests yourself, just throw them in the suggestion box. I will consider them. I'm not promising to do any of them. I just do what I want to. But I do listen to requests. Pavel's handcrafted his Destructotron, ready for an upcoming team tournament in Poland. I couldn't get the model, so that was what he was using the stream for, was just to get a bit of modelling done, so that's cool. I think a lot of people do that. It's good to have a little stream on and do some stuff, you know, if you're just crafting, you know, it's nice, relaxing. So, hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the rest of it. I'm going to go and have some dinner. Hope you're all well, and speak soon. Take care.